Hello, my friends. Dr. Will here. Let me ask you something right at the start. Every morning, do you reach for that little plastic bottle sitting beside your coffee mug? You know the one, labeled Multivitamin, Complete Nutrition in one tablet. You pop it in, swallow it down, and feel just a bit more secure. After all, you've done something good for your health, right? But what if I told you that pill might not be doing what you think it is? In fact, what if I told you that for most people it might be a waste of money? Or even worse, a false sense of security that keeps us from making the real changes that truly protect our health? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand who actually needs a multivitamin, who doesn't, and how to tell the difference. And my answer may surprise you. I've been practicing medicine for more than 3 decades, and one thing I've noticed, especially among people over 50, is this quiet anxiety about nutrition. We live in a world where food labels sound like chemistry lessons, where the news changes its mind about what's healthy every week. Butter was bad, then good. Coffee was dangerous, then miraculous. It's no wonder people cling to a simple pill that promises to fill all the gaps. A patient of mine, let's call her Margaret, once said to me, "Doctor, I take a multivitamin every morning so I don't have to worry about what I eat." She said it with complete sincerity. And she's not alone. That belief, that a vitamin can cover for a poor diet, is one of the most common health misconceptions I see. Now, Margaret was a busy retired teacher. She lived alone, loved crossword puzzles, and confessed that her dinners often came from the microwave. So, when she told me she took her multivitamin faithfully, it was with pride, as if it made up for the missed vegetables, the quick frozen meals, the long gaps between real home-cooked food. And here's what I told her. Margaret, a multivitamin isn't a magic shield. It's more like a small patch on a very large boat. If your diet has too many holes, that little patch won't keep you from sinking. She looked surprised, and maybe a little disappointed. But I wanted her to understand something deeper. It's not that multivitamins are bad. It's that they were never meant to replace real nutrition. So let's look beneath the surface. Why do so many people depend on multivitamins in the first place? For one, modern life has made eating well more complicated than ever. We rush, we snack, we choose convenience over cooking. Even when we try, our produce often travels hundreds of miles and loses nutrients before it reaches the plate. So yes, it's tempting to believe that a single capsule can make up for it all. The problem? Most of the time it doesn't. Here's what the science says. Not opinions, but decades of research. The Physicians' Health Study 2, run by Harvard researchers and involving over 14,000 male doctors, looked at the long-term effects of daily multivitamins. After more than a decade, they found no significant reduction in heart disease, stroke, or memory loss. There was a small decrease in cancer risk, about 8%, but even the authors called it modest. Another review from Johns Hopkins University analyzed dozens of studies involving more than 450,000 people. Their conclusion was blunt. Most supplements do not prevent chronic disease or death. Stop wasting money on them. That sounds harsh, but remember, these are population averages. It doesn't mean no one benefits. It means most people don't, especially if they already eat a reasonably balanced diet. Let me say something that might surprise you. Your body is not a vault that stores nutrients indefinitely. It's more like a living river, constantly flowing, constantly balancing. When you take a vitamin C tablet, for example, your body absorbs what it needs and flushes out the rest through urine. That's why, if you've ever noticed, your urine sometimes turns bright yellow after taking a multivitamin. That's not extra health. That's excess leaving your system. Fat-soluble vitamins, like A, D, E, and K, behave differently. They do stay in the body longer, which means too much can actually build up and cause harm over time. High doses of vitamin A can affect your liver. Excess E may interfere with blood clotting. Too much D can raise calcium levels dangerously high. So here's the key. Balance matters far more than abundance. Now here's the honest truth. The secret, if you will. Multivitamins aren't useless. They're just often misused. Used wisely, they can be helpful tools. Used blindly, they become expensive illusions. So let's get practical. Who actually benefits from taking them? 1. Older adults, especially over 60. As we age, our digestive system slows down and absorbs nutrients less efficiently. Our stomach acid declines, making it harder to extract vitamin B12 and iron from food. A low-dose multivitamin can help top up those nutrients. 2. Vegans and vegetarians. Without animal products, it's easy to miss B12, iron, and sometimes zinc. A good supplement can close those gaps. 3. Pregnant or planning women. Folic acid, iron, and DHA are vital for a baby's brain and spinal development. 4. People with specific deficiencies. If your doctor tests and finds low vitamin D or iron deficiency anemia, or low calcium, supplementation makes sense. But if you're otherwise healthy, eat fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, you probably don't need that daily multivitamin at all. Your body knows how to nourish itself if you give it real food. Because in a blueberry, there are dozens of compounds that work together: antioxidants, fiber, phytonutrients, that no pill can replicate. Nature doesn't package nutrients in isolation, it delivers them in symphony. So instead of a handful of pills, I tell my patients to think of their plate like a painter's palette. Fill it with color: greens, reds, purples, yellows. The more colors you eat, the more nutrients your body receives in harmony. Let's make this clear in simple terms. Imagine your body as a beautiful old house. Every day, that house needs tiny repairs: a nail here, a hinge there, a coat of paint. Vitamins are the tools, little hammers, brushes, screwdrivers, that help make those repairs. But if your house already has all the tools it needs in the toolbox, bringing in another set each day won't make it stronger. It'll just clutter the workbench. That's what happens when we overload the body with unnecessary vitamins. We don't get stronger, we just get cluttered. And sometimes that clutter can even damage the system. Now, I want to offer a gentle but firm warning. Please don't stop any supplement abruptly if it was prescribed for a medical reason. Always talk to your healthcare provider first. Also, beware of megavitamins. You've probably seen bottles promising 1,000% of your daily value or high-potency formula. More isn't better. In nutrition, more can sometimes be dangerous. Think of it like sunlight. A few minutes nourishes you with vitamin D, an entire afternoon without protection, and you're burned. The same goes for supplements. The goal isn't more vitamins, it's enough of the right ones. And one more thing. Be skeptical of marketing. Labels that say doctor recommended, immune booster, or anti-aging formula often prey on fear rather than science. Read carefully, ask questions, trust data, not slogans. So if multivitamins aren't the magic bullet, what should we do instead? Here's what decades of experience and my own life after 60 have taught me. Eat real food, not packages. Aim for at least 5 colors on your plate every day. If it comes from the earth, not a factory, you're already winning. Stay hydrated. Water helps every nutrient find its way to where it's needed. Get sunshine. Just 15 to 20 minutes a day helps your body make its own vitamin D. No pill required. Move your body. Exercise doesn't just strengthen muscles, it improves nutrient absorption and circulation. Sleep and stress. Even the best vitamins can't help a body that's running on stress hormones and no rest. And if you truly want a supplement that changes your life, make it a walk after dinner. Make it a fresh salad instead of a pill. Make it a daily gratitude practice. Because that, my friends, is the kind of nourishment no company can sell you. When I saw Margaret again months later, she was different. Not just physically, but in spirit. She'd started cooking again, experimenting with new recipes. She was walking with her neighbor 3 times a week. Her blood pressure had improved, her energy was up, and her multivitamin bottle. It was still there on the counter, but half empty. She told me, smiling, "I still take one now and then, but I think the vegetables are doing most of the work." And I smiled back, because she'd found what most of us spend years searching for: balance. Not in a capsule, but in a lifestyle. So here's my honest answer. From one old doctor to all my wise friends out there. No, multivitamins aren't necessarily bad. They're just not the hero of your health story. They can help when used wisely, but they'll never replace the magic of a real meal, a strong walk, or a good laugh with friends. Health isn't built in a bottle. It's built in how you live day by day, choice by choice. So, before you reach for that next tablet, ask yourself, what does my body truly need today? Maybe it's not another pill. Maybe it's a glass of water. Maybe it's a little sunshine. Maybe it's just a moment to breathe. If this message resonated with you, my friend, please like this video. It helps others find it. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're building a community of people over 50 who believe in living wiser, not just longer. And if you know someone, a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, who has a shelf full of vitamin bottles but still feels tired or worried about their health, share this video with them. It might be the gentle nudge they need to rediscover the simple truth. Real health begins with real living. Until next time, I'm Dr. Will, reminding you to stay curious, stay kind to yourself, and as always, live healthy, live fully.